Hey guys, it's Shelby, otherwise known as Shelbizleee here on YouTube, and today I wanted to talk about goal setting for the new year. So I've been participating in Vlogmas and I've done pretty good from December 1st up until now, but since Christmas is over, I figured it's time to stop talking about Christmas and the holidays and start talking about the new year, which is the new thing that's on everyone's mind after the holidays. Talking about some goals that I have for myself for the new year, because I think there are a few things that people don't know about me or maybe misunderstand. I don't know. Let me explain why I say that. I make videos about minimalism, I make videos about zero waste, and I make videos sometimes about veganism. However, I'm not perfect at any of those things. Now, I think that each of those things, well, except for veganism, but zero waste and minimalism are very different depending on your background and who you surround yourself with. So I'm not vegan. Let's start off with the vegan part and then we'll move into minimalism and zero waste. I'm not vegan, and people ask me all the time if I am or if I'm not, and I always tell them I'm about 90% vegan, which is completely true, and actually probably even more than 90%. We don't eat any meat or dairy or animal products at all. We don't eat any of that in our house. However, sometimes when you're eating out, it's a little bit harder to determine if what you're eating is or isn't vegan, like if it has cream in it or if it's gonna come with cheese on top, or if a baked good has something in it. And that's kind of why I have never labeled myself as a vegan, because I allow myself on occasion to eat dairy, but my New Year's resolution, like the biggest resolution I have, is to go vegan. I've been a vegetarian now for about 3 years, I think, and every year that goes by, or almost every week that goes by, I tell myself that I'm gonna go vegan, I need to do it, I just need to do it, and I keep thinking that it's gonna get easier and easier, and the truth is it's never gonna get easier than it is for me right now. I just have to make that step and commit to doing it. So I guess that is my first big goal for 2018, is to finally officially be a full-on vegan at all times, never allow myself to eat anything that is an animal product or has an animal product in it at all. Shouldn't be that difficult considering I have been a vegetarian for 3 years and have been eating vegan at home for about 2. And then we can move into like zero waste and minimalism goals, right? So one of my goals for 2018 is to never forget my to-go-ware. I always remember my utensils because they're small and easy enough to keep in a bag and to think about, because you know when you're going out to eat you need utensils, but you don't necessarily always need a to-go container. And so I sometimes forget my to-go container and have on occasion brought home styrofoam, because I can never decide in my brain, is it worse to leave the food here and waste the food, or is it worse to get the styrofoam to-go container and save the food? And you know, I don't know. It's always a struggle when that happens to me to try to decide, but if I can remember from now on to bring my to-go-ware, to bring my stainless steel containers or my glass containers, then I don't have to worry about it and I won't waste anything. So that's something that I'm really going to try to get a lot better at this year, and my goal is to never bring home any to-go-ware containers for 2018, and that will be a huge step in my zero waste journey, because I actually find that the most of my waste in my trash comes from like getting takeout and stuff. So I have to start remembering those things and not let myself slip up on them this year. Another thing I kind of want to do, and it's a goal to do, but not the start of 2018, but maybe like mid 2018, because I still actually have quite a ways to go on my zero waste journey, you guys. I've been an environmentalist for a long time, but really thought of like my waste and my packaging of the things that I was buying as something that was a necessity and not something that I could cut down on. And I think that whenever you buy things, that certain things that come in packaging that you can't avoid it, but there are a lot of things I can, so I definitely need to get better about that. And so my goal, one of my goals, is to start a trash jar, because I used to think it was kind of stupid and silly and too much of like perfectionism. I'm really against perfectionism in all of these movements. However, I do think it's interesting, because Emmy from Sustainably Vegan, she made a video about starting her trash jar and how she's always mocked it and thought it was kind of a dumb thing to do when you're zero waste because it promotes perfectionism and no one is perfect, like that sort of idea. But in her video she explained how the trash jar actually helps her keep herself accountable, because she has to keep it all right there and she sees it all, and it's a very small space to keep your trash in, so if you really mess up you're gonna know about it, kind of thing. And she actually started a series on her channel where she's gonna go through her trash jar pretty much, I think, every time it gets full, and explain why she did it and how she couldn't avoid it, or how she could have avoided it and how she could do better next time. and I just think that's super educational and helpful. I know it's going to be helpful to me to see her do that, and I think that if we're going to be like wannabe leaders, I mean, she's the leader in the zero waste movement, but I want to get better at it, right? So I think that if I want to talk about this movement in a serious way and really help you guys get there, then I think that that could be really helpful. So right now we take out our trash can, which is I think a 6-gallon trash can. Right now we take it out once every other week. So it's not awful, right? It's still pretty good, but I think that we could get better. And like I said, takeout containers are a huge part of that, and so that's why it's one of my goals. But as far as like grocery shopping, one of my goals for that is to find butter leaf lettuce without plastic. That will be the day that my dreams come true. Another goal that I have for 2018 that has more to do with minimalism than zero waste is to start a capsule wardrobe. Now, I kind of already have a capsule wardrobe, and I think if you think about it, you probably do too. I find that there are certain pieces that I wear all the time because I'm comfortable in them. I think they look flattering on my body, and they're just easy go-to things that I know I can wear and I'm comfortable, and just, it's easy. And I think a lot of us have that, as much as we maybe don't want to admit it. Like maybe we do have a closet full of clothes, but we only wear, you know, these certain pieces, and there are other pieces that sit at the bottom of our closet and maybe we wear like once a year. Anyway, my point is that I want to be able to narrow down a capsule wardrobe, and I want it to be all secondhand clothing or clothes that I already have. So that's a goal that I have, but I think it's going to be a slow progression because I'm a plus size person. I don't know if it's obvious from this shot, maybe not, but you guys have, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I'm a plus size person, and it's harder to find clothes for plus size people at the thrift store, and so I think it's going to take me a little bit to build up the perfect capsule wardrobe where I feel comfortable living with just like 18 pieces of clothing. So give me a little bit of time on that, but by the end of 2018 we can look back on this video and I can react to it and hopefully say that I've created my perfect capsule wardrobe with all secondhand clothing. So those are all my goals for veganism, minimalism, and zero waste for the new year. Let me know some of your goals down below. I have other goals that I'm setting for myself this year that have to do with like finances and financial freedom and those sort of things, but we don't really focus about that a lot on my channel here. But maybe Madison and I will talk about it over on our channel if you guys want to go check that out. I am really interested to hear what what your goals are for the new year, because it's really cool to hear other people's and then like get inspiration from that. And other people passing by the comment section can also look and get some inspiration from all of our goals together. It's just it's a good time to start rejuvenating yourself and get excited for like starting over. I'm a big believer in the new year starting over. I know you can do it anytime, but I think the new year is a real push for us to do that. So leave your goals in the comment section down below. I am so interested to hear them, and remember, until next time, create the peace.